Blessings. This afternoon, I have compiled a list of stories as usual, so stick around for the news in detail. In the meantime, if you're new to the channel and it is your first time over here, please I'm asking you to subscribe, plus click the notification bell, and while doing so select option all, so that way you'll be first in line to be notified about each and every activity on our channel on this channel. And also remember to give this video a like always for YouTube algorithm. Blessings and more beatitude. Intro. Soon forward. So we're going to take a look at the capital, where fire destroys house in central Kingston. It is understood that 3 persons are homeless after their house was gutted by fire early this morning in central. But there are again conflicting reports about how the fire started. The blaze began sometime after 2 a.m. on Tex Lane. The occupants said they had been asleep at the time and barely made it out with their lives. One of them recounted that he felt the heat, and when he pushed the door of his room, he saw pure fire engulfing the upstairs and the downstairs of the house. Him say him couldn't even get up on a water for show because the heat. Him have to just run through the gate, call him daughter, and broke down the fence and make them escape the blaze. When he was asked how he believed the fire started, the man claimed the house was firebombed. The building in question houses 12 people. At the time of the fire, only 3 persons were home. It's understood that the other occupants fled out of fear they would be targeted next. They would be next in line to be torched. However, Superintendent Beresford Williams, head of the Kingston Central Division, has said there is no evidence to substantiate the claim or to suggest that the fire was an arson attack.
We inside my house there, I feel heat. When I push the door and come out, I feel fire from upstairs to downstairs. Because I couldn't get up on the water for sure. Because the heat, I have to just run to the gate and call my daughter. Make them come out of the house. I brought them fence and make them come out.
Right, you have any idea what caused the fire?
Well, right now, it's fling fire upon it. Fireboom it.
We have not had a series of firebombing. We have had 2 fires. There are no indications so far that any of those premises, to include this one, was firebombed. For the first one that occurred last week, Monday, even though we have continued our investigation, the fact still remains the same, that we have yet to unearth any evidence that the premises was firebombed. So as at now, we are treating that one as just a fire investigations without malice.
And that brings us back to August 8th, when a similar furnace destroyed several houses on St. James Street and Smith Lane. More than 30 people were left homeless. Those residents also suspected arson, but Superintendent Williams insists that there is no evidence so far to suggest the houses in either of the incidents were firebombed. He said the incidents are being treated as fire investigations without malice. Now over to some road hogs statistics, and what we're looking at here is the latest tally. Jamaica surpasses 300 road fatalities so far this year, and we're going to briefly use some of the most recent incidents. For example, the deaths of 2 persons on the Trial Main Road in Hanover on Tuesday morning increased the number to 302. One of the deceased has been identified as 26-year-old Onikie Barnes of Goshen in St. Elizabeth. Mr. Barnes was employed to the Grand Palladium Hotel and was returning home from work when the mishap occurred. A 51-year-old female passenger from his vehicle also succumbed to her injuries. It was reported that about 12:40 a.m. Mr. Barnes was driving towards Hopewell when another car drifted into his path, causing the vehicles to collide. Mr. Barnes and the woman died at the scene. The driver of the other car and 2 passengers were taken to hospital. Dr. Lucien Jones, Vice Chairman of the National Road Safety Council (NRSC), said the 302 fatalities recorded up to Tuesday morning are below the 307 during the same period last year. However, Dr. Jones said the absence of the road markings and reflectors poses a tremendous danger to road users as it contributes to crashes.
We have been calling for safe speeds and safe vehicles. It's now time for us to pay attention to safe roads. From reports, some of our roads across Jamaica no longer have clear markings, no longer have cat's eyes that people can see at night, and this poses a tremendous danger to people who are traveling, especially in the wee hours of the morning. It's important for us to have safe roads. We know it costs a lot of money, but there are some white roads on the North Coast that really need urgent attention, that are slippery when wet and slippery even when it's not wet.
He said the NRSC has been in discussion, as in dialogue, with the National Works Agency to rectify the issue. He added that some of the roads along the North Coast are particularly in need of urgent attention. There were 487 fatalities in Jamaica last year, and due to the current numbers right now as we speak, it would seem like this year will break the previous record set by last year. It is sad, but we have the road hogs out there that is in need of a mental remake. So if you have reached this far, please, I'm asking you to like the video. All I need in return is just a like on my videos. Now we are in the Breadbasket parish once more, and we're going to visit Ballard's Valley in St. Elizabeth like you're going to Trial. We stopped at a bar right there in Ballard's Valley, and I was told by a father who is seeking justice for his son that police mash up his son's face at the bar after they didn't catch the two suspects they came for. He told me that his son is a selector. He played music at the bar on a regular basis, so he's a resident selector for that specific bar. Apart from being around the mixer or the turntable, he does mason work, construction, and he also operates a car wash for his uncle. The car wash is owned by his uncle, but his son, which is the nephew, is in full control of the car wash, so his son is not a criminal, not that he know of. He further explained to me that his son is hardworking, is a hardworking youth, trying to provide for himself in all honesty. While his son was at the bar playing music one night, two men got into a heated altercation, drape up and grab up. Not sure if them drink too much rum special and feel overly important, feeling like a VIP, or they were just trying to impress the bartender. However, war start, and it is said that one of the men made it absolutely clear that his gun is not too far away and is going for it to return like the mummy. It will be activated in the nick of time. So that person in question sped off on his yang, him take on the road, while the other man, who is also a rider, rode away in the opposite direction, leaving the bartender, his son, and a few others. Someone called the Junction Police, and when they came, they come looking for a bikeman, because of course that is what they were told. So his son, the selector, is also a rider, and his bike was there. His son was in the process of leaving because he didn't feel too safe, knowing the fact that such man same gone for him devil pipe and him a come back and wet up the place. So his son, the selector, was trying to leave before the police. He didn't want to be a victim, so he was trying to play prevention is better than cure. As he was about to select one gear, which is down forward on the shifter, the police tell him to lock off the bike. And the brother was trying to explain to the police, right now, a movement him a deal with because the spot is now a target based on the remarks that was made by one of the men in question. So the son, Mr. Gordon, insisted that he is leaving. He was there firsthand to see the temperament of these men and how aggravated they were. So maybe him catch him coward. He decided, say him a cut. And that is how his son and one of the police got into a heated exchange. And just by insisting that he is leaving, the police took it as resisting his order. And rightly so, it is alleged that the police get physical and use the handle of the rifle and inflict a wound to his son's face, lick out 6 of his teeth, turn him in a mash mouth. The man pick up a whole heap of stitches, chop out underneath his right eye, also down below his nose. The right side of his face is basically totaled, and it was done by the Junction Police in St. Elizabeth. Instead of pursuing the would-be criminals, they took advantage of Mr. Gordon, the innocent. And if everything I was told by this father is 1000% factual and accurate, then this is cruelty and total unacceptable. The case is now under probe by Indicom, so if you have a similar encounter with members of the security forces and injustice, then leave a comment and make your opinion count down in the comment section. There you have it. Most importantly, if you're new to the channel and it is your first time over here, please I'm asking you to subscribe, plus click the notification bell, and while doing so select option all, so that way you'll be first in line to be notified about each and every activity on our channel on this channel. And also remember to give this video a like always for YouTube algorithm, blessings and more beatitude. Thank you for watching. Stay safe.